Rose DeLuca was staring into the mirror at her reflection, but it wasn't her own face she saw. The woman looking back was a beautiful blonde. Not the typical damsel in distress type, but a female version of 007 or Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. A warrior. The reflection looked so confident, brave, and vigorous. The complete opposite of how she felt. For a moment, she thought she was looking through a window instead of a mirror, because what she saw and what the whole world saw was two very different versions. What she saw in her mind was a sad, tired woman. She felt worn out, unnerved, and she was having trouble keeping the anxiety attacks hidden. They'd become more frequent since she started filming her third installment of the Midnight Magnolia Trilogy. When she signed the contract for the first film, Rose had no idea the movie would be that successful. There was Midnight Magnolia merch in anything you could imagine. It sometimes felt that Rose couldn't go anywhere without being reminded of the franchise. Her social media manager had left her laptop in the trailer, and the excessive alerts coming through were gradually contributing to her anxiety. Rose already knew that most of the comments and messages that were coming through was either more job offers or a message from a star-struck fan declaring their undying admiration and devotion. She rarely ever received bad reviews or negative comments. Even as an openly gay woman, she was seen as the perfect girl-next-door type and loved by all, America's little lesbian sweetheart. Everywhere she went, people would ask for selfies and autographs. Rose never had a moment to herself. It wasn't the stress of working on set 15 hours a day that was getting to her. She was used to long hours. Reaching child star status at the age of 10 ensured that she was familiar with excessive working hours and industry demands. 19 years later, her star had just risen higher and higher, and everything about the fame was just becoming too much.
"Rose, we are ready for your next scene. Time is money."
The annoying voice that called from outside her trailer was her manager, Andrew. Andrew took over managing her career when she landed her first action movie role 10 years ago. And as usual, he was making sure that his golden goose was hard at work. Before Andrew, her parents were her managers. In some ways, that was even worse, because even when she was at home, she was still working. At least her parents weren't as arrogant as Andrew.
"I'll be out in a minute,"
Rose replied, trying to keep her voice steady. By nature, Rose was a people pleaser. She thought back to the very first auditions her parents took her to, and how much time she spent rehearsing and preparing for these auditions. She read TV and movie scripts, while other children her age was reading James and the Giant Peach.